Hello and welcome to a podcast called Penal Laws.
It's about Irish people.
It's about George's homework. George, why don't you go? Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, so I was born in 2006 on a Friday. And that was the day that God said, this guy, I'm going to give him a break. So he gave me homework. Geography. Right groin. Right groin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Page 254. Dude, this is going to be epic. I have to, write out an entire paragraph about groins.
George,
I know a lot.
George, why don't you tell us a bit about what you're currently doing as your hobby?
So, as my hobby,
Yeah.
I go outside and I do pull-ups until I cry.
A very respectable hobby. Now, what do you like to do on the computer on your free time?
Oh, you're going there.
What do you mean by there?
I download games, some very fun Japanese games, and I put them in a folder that I call Cool Math Games. But they're not cool math games.
Nice.
They're inappropriate.
Corrupt another.
Yeah.
So, on to the questions. This one comes in from XX Pussy Slayer XX.
An excellent username for myself.
Do you like Pringles?
I like the good ones. Next question.
I do too. I do enjoy a good Pringle. Weed Smoker 69. Wow, really going back to 2012 with this one. Holy fuck. So he asks, will you ever play the hit Roblox game After the Flash Mirage?
It was on a Sunday morning where hundreds of Algerians protested nuclear energy laws, a law proposed by President Abdelkader Ben Salah in process of being passed by the Parliament, a law about nuclear energy. Protesters say it was a law to gain support from the West, but Parliament nothing. President Abdelkader Ben Salah quoted as saying, a law to give off more energy in nukes, referring to Algeria's national energy company.
This is very interesting, but I think we're straying off topic. Back to the question. Will you ever play After the Flash Mirage?
That was the answer to the question. Do you want me to continue?
Go ahead.
President. The law was made to help boost Algeria's energy output by getting some foreign investors. But they get 49% of the shares. And then some laser pictures.
Wow.
Secret meeting between oil companies. But protesters say no. Riots covered the streets. The weekly mass protests since February have toppled veteran leader Abdelaziz Bouteflika and forced the authorities to detain many senior officials on corruption charges. But there was one thing the army didn't count on.
I'm going to have to ask you to move to our secondary radio channel on off topic. Final chat. I dropped my fucking microphone shit. The final chat server off topic. Alright, now that we have moved to our secondary chat server, secondary chat radio channel, because this is a professional broadcast. Do you
know what I just read?
George, while you're here, and you're an amazing storyteller, so, why don't you, being the amazing storyteller that you are, why don't you tell us a story?
from my life.
It can be any sort of story.
Okay. So, one day, this was a horrible day. It was a dark day, and it was probably Wednesday. It was in first year. And I was in the canteen, and I was walking out, and I dropped my money in front of these two girls. And I bent over to pick it up, and they said, "Look at that pan boy." And then I ran away, and I felt oppressed.
Gamers are oppressed.
Gamers are an oppressed species. I told my friends about it, and they called me Pakistan. So don't ever call
I'm gonna
me
have to
that.
stop you there. That's we can get cancelled on Twitter for that. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop there. Skip that. Skip that. We don't want
Okay.
the angry Karens, the angry Pakistani Karens from cancelling us on Twitter.
I would die for Pakistan.
Shut up.
No, but okay. So I felt really sad, and what I like to do when I'm sad is I like to read a book. So I read, pull up the image, Saving Crafter, a Game Night
Ah,
999 adventure. This book
a true
always
classic.
cheers me up.
A true
Written
classic.
by Mark Chevrier, it really makes me feel things in my heart and in my pants.
Right.
So this is my story.
Well, boys, I think this is all we have time for tonight.
Sponsored
It
by
was supposed to be
Instagram.
like 60 minutes long, but like we got two people on a really uninteresting topic. So
I'm not on it.
shut up.